Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge mini pendant called the Paralline. This is the 183550. It's actually one of my favorite fixtures. I like a lot of these mini pendants that have open bottoms, so it doesn't collect bugs, put in a big bulb, throws a ton of task lighting down, so it's great for kitchen islands as well as other places. You could use this if you have a stairway and you don't want to collect bugs but you want to get a lot of task lighting down on the stairs. This is going to be a really good one for you. Let's get into details about it. So the body of the fixture is going to be the bottom part, and that's going to be before you get to the telescoping rods, coming in at 11.9 inches tall, so it's just about a foot. 6.1 inches is going to be the left to right measurement. The glass itself is 4.51 inches in diameter by 10.43 inches tall. So you can see that's going to be dimension inside of that 6 inches, just FYI. You've got some metal on both sides, which is that larger measurement. So if you guys are on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the right-hand side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. Excuse me. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me and open it up. These are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, and they're going to have a ton of great information that you're going to want to see. It's going to show you a full parts list, how to put the glass on, how these telescoping rods work, and Hubbardton Forge has a patent on this whole telescoping rod system. Remember, there's a pull-down menu up in the upper right-hand corner of the page. It says choose your adjustable length. That's talking about overall height from the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be the bottom of the glass on this, to the actual ceiling itself. So you've got this telescoping rod idea that's going to give you a range, and you're going to have 3 of them to start with. So let's go over those. The short is going to be 31.9 to 38, so you can almost call it 32. The standard is going to be 32.9 to 47.3, and the long is going to be 46.9 to 61.3. If you need this to be shorter than the short, so let's say you're saying, hey, I have a soffit that we took out a wall between the kitchen and the dining room, and we want to put a bar in there, so I need this to be 22 inches overall height from the ceiling down, or whatever, or even longer than the long. Drop me a quick email and say, hey, I'm looking at the 183550. I need it to be X long. I take that email, I shoot it over at Hubbardton Forge to the customs department where it rolls around a little bit with some engineers, comes back to me with a quote, and I will send it off to you. It's going to add a little time, add a little money, non-returnable, but we do customs every day. That's the beauty of Hubbardton Forge. So during your installation, you're going to notice that you can bring this up and down. Where you get it to where you want it to be, you're going to be able to use a little hex wrench that's going to come with this, and there's a little tiny screw right there, a little hex screw, and you're going to just tighten it basically like this, that, and it won't go up and down anymore. It locks it into place. You can always, bring it up and down if you're going to be moving someplace or you want to bring it down, but you always want to make sure you leave extra wire in the ceiling. You can always bring it down if you have the extra wire, but if the extra wire is not there, it's going to be problematic. The other thing is on that page, you're going to see other details. 5-inch round canopy that's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. If you guys have recessed lights up there that you're taking out or want to take out, there is a product on the market called the Can Converter. Just Google it, go to its website and check it out. Converts those hi-hats, recessed lights into junction boxes, and without a lot of time, money, or mess involved. You don't have to rip anything out. Other cool thing is this is going to have a knuckle at the top of it that's going to let it be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So right here, right there is a knuckle. So see how it goes like that? So let's say this is your slope in a cathedral ceiling. You're good for 45 degrees right there, all the way down to flat, and you're good to go. Okay? Let's dive into what's inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is saying you can put up to a 100-watt incandescent light bulb. Remember these? We had these when we were kids, incandescent bulbs. So that's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. This is an A19 standard size. You can find lots of LEDs that are going to work fine in this. So these are also A19 sizes, and this is a phosphorus bulb. These are the new LEDs that you see running around out there. This is a more standard LED bulb. Both of these are fine. There's no right or wrong. I could probably find these up to 100-watt equivalent if I want to. However, this piece of glass is a good size. Don't forget, it's like over 4 inches in diameter and 10 inches high. If you really want to pump task lighting out of this, you can go up to an A21 bulb. See how much bigger that is? I got this at my local hardware store in Vermont, and this is a 100-watt equivalent. I can find this on the internet up to 150 watts, if not more. That's a ton of light. So feel free to go nuts on LEDs, because there's no limit when you get into the LED other than can the bulb fit in the glass, because they don't pull a lot of electricity, they don't generate a lot of heat, and you are just good to go. The other thing is you can choose your color temperature, don't forget, and I talk about it all the time. I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent bulb from my youth. That's going to be a warm white 3000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. That's the type of light that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above me. Some of you guys are going to like that cooler daylight, full spectrum. So they call it daylight, but it's a little misnomer, because that's actually a very white light, kind of like a doctor's office or a hospital. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. So when you guys are in a hardware store, a small little hardware store in your town, where you should go first, make sure you look at the box, and if for some reason, if you have to go online, Amazon or one of those things, it's going to tell you right off the bat, 3000 Kelvin, warm white, 4000, 5000 Kelvin, cool white or daylight. The other thing is make sure you get a dimmer, a dimmable version of this, and put it on a dimmer that's going to be set up for LEDs if you guys want to go there. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.